Actually, screw it. I gotta get into it. I'm too excited, man. I'm too excited. Can we talk about this Pimax reveal? I don't. There's like no. I'm gonna put a couple visuals up. We'll go through them, but let me just rattle off some facts of like these. This is all. I'm okay. Shut up, Eric. Shut up.
A little bit of this.
Shut up. B, shut up. All right, QLED, which is apparently their proprietary OLED plus LED. We can get into that. 12K, 200 hertz, 200 degree horizontal, 135 degree vertical field of view, eye tracking, face tracking, inside out full body tracking, 60 gigahertz wireless PCVR, Retina display. More stuff I haven't talked about. I got some pictures starting at $2,400, which sounds like a lot, but no, it doesn't with what they're preaching. What the fuck, Mateo, just happened today?
That's the exact perfect response. So, I actually was on the Next Dimension podcast last week or so. I can't keep track of dates anymore. But we discussed what we thought would be coming from Pimax. And from my experience with Pimax, I said, all right, they're gonna push too far. They're gonna promise like 17 things. They're gonna be like, oh, even wider FOV, even higher resolution, you know. And my only issue with Pimax is I think they do too much at once. I really wish they'd rein it in a little bit, but at the same time, if they can deliver everything they're promising, this is unbelievable.
It's future-proof for a while. Thank God for the price. Yeah. I got a few. We're gonna spend some time on this, but I'm gonna post some pictures up. So the first one. It's just a quick tracking picture, but more or less just so you guys can see. There's not many assets out for it right now, but this kind of a full look at the headset. It looks beautiful. I mean, it looks badass.
Design. It's awesome.
It's a beautiful design. I can't vouch for the weight, the ergonomics, or whatever, but on paper, it's a pretty boy. You know, like it's a good headset. Other things that we have. I mean, I got the automatic IPD adjustment up, which is, I think, a beautiful thing. I think one of the worst experiences is when you show someone VR, say with an Oculus Quest 2 or an Oculus products at this point, and Valve Index 2, is you have to give them the headset and then explain what an IPD is. Explain, like they're going to get prescriptions. Better or worse? Better or worse? Yeah. And is that a fun way for you to start a VR experience for your friends?
No, it's not. And I can't tell you, like, my beginning days of HTC Vive, it was probably like using the headset for like 3 months before I realized this little knob that turns at the slowest increment ever can adjust my IPD.
It's such a value add.
Yeah, no, it really, it's like something simple, but it is big. I mean, the index is good, good enough having the slider at the bottom, because you put the headset on someone and just say, okay, you put their hand on it and say, okay, slide that till it looks clear, and they go, okay, that's not bad. That's but having it automatic is even better if it works.
And they do have up down to 50. What was it? I have it up here. The IPD limit that they had listed was 57 to 72. So Mike L from Monsters Inc. like me.
Yep.
I'm right at home.
Yeah, no, we're Cyclops brothers.
We're Cyclops brothers, and it's going to work perfectly. So I thought that blew me away. And I can't go through all the specs, but I want to go through a couple more. Full body tracking with onboard camera system.
Yeah,
I got the graphic up now. Of course, it's pre-rendered. Even the person wearing the headset's pre-rendered. So we'll keep this all in mind. I think we can get into Pimax's reputation, which is going to be the next topic after we go through some of these pictures. But that is another value add, because yes, you're paying for a $2,400 starting headset. So I don't know what that means. But full body tracking setups are not cheap. $5 and systems are not cheap. If you want this. Once you take that full body tracking system out, the cost, we're getting to an index package closer. I mean, it's pretty beautiful.
There's a lot to unpack here. So
yes,
watching the presentation, one thing I saw was, okay, they kind of know what the issues are with their headset and said, okay, how do we fix them? And now they have like this new 2-lens type, design. Yeah. Because one of my major issues with the 8K X was distortion. So they say, okay, we're going to approach it with that. Now, the 8K X is great, has a really good display. But when the displays are really big like that, the pixel density definitely isn't, as good. The 8KX doesn't look much better than an Index because the panels are so much bigger. So the pixel density isn't much higher. So they go all the way up to 12K, which is really 6K in Pimax branding. But then you go, okay, how the hell do you run a 6K display? Okay, foveated rendering with eye tracking. So it's like they're running through the list and solving their problems. The only issue is, can they deliver on all of these things? Like one thing that's now included is inside-out camera, inside-out controller tracking.
It's standalone. Let's make that clear too. Like it's literally standalone at this point.
But look how many other companies have struggled with inside-out camera tracking, and the only one to really deliver it solid is Facebook. So now we have another company making the attempt. Can they do it at the same time they're doing full body tracking, at the same time they're doing foveated rendering and a new lens and a new type of display? And they also had WiGig and Wi-Fi 6E streaming,
which is very expensive.
They also had a carry-on computer that you can carry with you to stream games. I mean,
I'm putting up the pixel density, or excuse me, this is the QLED, but I want to put up the pixels too density. I mean, it's borderline Retina.
Yeah, no, it's insane across the board. It's what they announce is insane. What I get nervous is, my past experience with Pimax is, okay, I just feel like it's so much at once. I don't think they have, maybe they got like their display perfect, but I don't think they have everything else in line perfect. And I think they're always like an early adopter, super high-end person type of headset, a tinkerer's headset. And I think out of the box, you're going to have to play with this thing and configure it. And it's not, it's not going to be as seamless as obviously an Oculus Quest for sure. And even like something like a Valve Index, which is a little bit more user-friendly. That's
we haven't seen the controllers yet. Well, we've seen them, but we haven't seen them in action. Although I do believe like LS Toast and a couple people have been playing around with them. You hear that? Wow, that's thunder. So hopefully we don't lose.
Oh, my furniture moved.
That was my room just shook. So I lost my thought there. Okay, so there's a couple things. One is obviously I saw Thrill make the comment on Twitter. I've seen a lot of people. The biggest detractor from all this is that unfortunately Pimax has earned a reputation of guilty until proven innocent.
Yeah.
What blows my mind is I am one of those people. They are to me guilty until proven innocent. That presentation, especially after the presentations of is it Varjo?
I looked it up. I read Varjo.
Okay.
Whatever.
I watched that presentation. I've watched HTC's presentations, even Facebook's presentations. Everyone's. It was a good presentation. It was a really good presentation. They talked to us like for a $2,400 headset. They talked to the people like they wanted you to buy it, like they were listening, like these were the value adds. This is why it's good for you. It was a great presentation where I'm sitting here 5 hours later, even after a delayed stream, going from I'm gonna wait for reviews to, goddamn, I might pull the trigger when it launches.
I mean, so it's good you mentioned the presentation because you're right on. They came across as we are, high-end gamers. We know what high-end gamers want. We know what we can experience. The fact that they brought in the developer from Everslot and stuff like that,
Good on him. Good on him.
Absolutely. So they did a lot right here. I was very happy to not see just like Sweetviver and Kevin sitting next to each other, talking to each other. Last time they did that for an event, it had like 5 people watching. So, this was a serious event. This was, an event that can compete with something like Facebook, which actually blew me away. They were making very bold claims before this event, and I think actually they lived up to it. Now they just have to prove they can do what they claimed.
Yes, they have to prove it. That's it.
Yeah.
But the fact that they are making me a guinea pig believer, like Mateo, I can't lie to you. Like, I'm not bummed about the state of VR in any sense, so don't take it this way. But no headset that has even been remotely announced, like the Varjo or whatever, like not even a bone in my body said I care about trying this. Like I was like, it's cool. I'm all for the tech and I like how they're moving it forward. I think it's a good thing with more headsets, but not even an iota of me was like, do I fucking care? And all the headsets out there that have been coming lately, I don't care. This
Yeah.
headset made me feel like an enthusiast again, where I was willing to drain my bank account for the dream. Like I felt the
Yes.
dream listening
Yes.
to this presentation,
Yes.
and it was beautiful.
I'm completely there with you for sure. And just like you said, I said the same thing about the Varjo, the Aero. For me, what I'm looking for is a direct upgrade for my index. Now, I've gone through 9 headsets now, including the Pimax 8KX, and nothing is a one-to-one. I mean, every option in the index upgraded.
Mm-hmm.
There's plenty of headsets that are doing better clarity now, but you lose your audio, or you're paying out the ass, or all the stuff
Tracking, G2 and all that stuff. Like you
you
lose
lose
something.
your tracking. So I want the direct, and this is the first one. I thought it was going to be the 8KX. It was not for me. And this is the first thing, that actually looks like it could be.
Yeah.
That being said, though, I think Valve will come out with something similar. I don't think it'll push the specs as high. I don't think it'll be as crazy with as many options. But I think it'll again be around $1,000 package and probably be an overall better product. Now, I'm talking out my ass here. Mm-hmm. This is just, my ass and my gut. But I think that's where it's headed, and that's probably the device I would rather get, because from a company I respect and trust a little bit more, and they've already delivered. 2 years later, the Valve Index, a little bit over 2 years, the Valve Index is still my daily driver and my absolute favorite headset out of the 9 that I've owned. So
the tech is from 2017 that's in the Valve Index, and it's still holding up very well. The 120 hertz or 144 if you got the rig for it in the game, it's beautiful. The audio is amazing. You can't, you saw my tweet, like audio to me, like you got to come strong with audio. You got to come strong with tracking. I like a good mic, but that's because I play multiplayer and I don't want to sound like the robot. But
when you use the Reverb G2,
exactly, where everyone yelled at me that you have to change the settings. Like, no, I should just speak in the mic. That's how it should work.
I agree.
The index works great, but I'm with you. Like I spoke with Sally Bradley, saying like, "You gonna get it?" He's like, "Probably not. Waiting for the index." I'm 100% there. I'll end the conversation just by saying like, I might get to buy this thing when it goes live.
I will say, and we'll see what happens, but Pimax set him on a list to see a prototype. So
yes, tell me and tell your people, man, because I'm not on the list.
Again, though, I would expect, because you know my experience with Pimax. I've ruffled a lot of feathers. So they said they wanted to keep working with me. They said they think they're gonna impress me. So I said, for sure, I'm definitely down. Anything I could do to speed up that process, I'm there, because I'm definitely interested now. Mm-hmm. But I could be a little controversial at times or upset people. But I just got to stay true to what I believe.
Send them my way, man. Actually, I want to get them on a Fireside Chat. Hit that subscribe button to stay on top of the daily clips, or catch the debates and Fireside Chats live on the main channel down in the video description. See you next time, Space Cowboys.